Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Test Code Automate. So this is my 22nd video for the Playwright with TypeScript series. In this video, I would be covering how to handle new page or new tab or child window. So let me give you one example that in which case you will have to handle this new page or new tab or the child window, anything you can call. Okay. So let's go to this particular site which is demoqa.com. Okay. So here let me click onto some left navigation options. Okay. So let's click here. So what is happening? So if I'm clicking onto these left hand navigation options, okay. So here in the same tab, it is opening a different page, right? So here we will not consider it as the new page, right? We are onto the same tab where it is landing onto the different pages, right? But let me click here, and if I click onto this new tab, so now what is going to happen? It is going to open the new tab itself, and inside it we are able to see the new page. Okay, so that is what we need to handle. Okay, and let me inspect this element also, so you would be able to see the HTML structure for this. So it is simple button, right? And there are normal attributes which are available, but on clicking on it, it is opening a new tab with a new page, right? And here we are able to see this new window button also, right? Let me click here also. So once I click here, so see here also we are able to see the new window itself is getting opened, right? And inside it we are able to see a new page. Okay, so this can also be handled, right, into the similar way. Okay, let me close it. And let me give you one more example. If I click onto this link, right, let me inspect this link first. So see here it is the normal anchor tag, right? But here we are able to see this target equals to underscore blank. So this can also be appearing in some cases, right, which will open the new window, but we need to handle it into the similar way. Okay, and if I click here, so see it is opening the new tab, and where we are able to see the new page itself, right? And this page we need to handle, right? So when I'm saying the page, so we need to handle this page and whatever the elements which are available inside it, right? We need to, let's say if we need to select something, or if we need to click onto this button, that's what we need to handle, right? So let's continue. So here, before proceeding further, one thing which you need to understand is context. So usually we use this page fixture, right? We use that page fixture, and onto that page we kind of go to that particular link and we perform different actions onto the locator, right? But now what is happening? We are going onto the new page itself, right? Which is getting opened into the new tab, okay, or then into the new window. So to handle that, we will require a context. So what is context? So you can consider context as the separate environment or session, okay, and this isolated browser context instance created for each test. Okay, since contexts are isolated between each other, every test get a fresh environment even when multiple tests run in single browser. Okay, and this context won't share cookies or cache with other browser contexts, right? So you are going to get a separate environment, okay, for your test, okay, which will not share any cookies or cache with other browser contexts. Okay, so let's say if you are having this Chrome browser or Firefox browser or the Edge browser, right? So this is one browser. Inside it, we are going to get one context, which you can consider as the separate environment, okay, for any browser. Okay, and inside that context, we are going to get the page, right, where we would be opening any link and where we would be performing different actions onto the different locators. Okay, so now let's see how we can get this context. So let me go to the VS Code, and there we can see that how we can get this context and how we can handle these new page or new tab or child window, right, whatever you want to call. So here I've already created one test script file which is handle new page.spec.ts, right? And there are these two old files. Let me move them into the archive folder, right, just to avoid confusion, right? I'm moving all the old files there into this archive folder. Okay, so this is the test script file, right? Handle new page.spec.ts, and here I have already imported this test from Playwright test module, right, and created this test block where we are going to handle the new page, right? Here I have given the title and created this anonymous function. Okay, So inside this anonymous function, till now what we were doing, we were using the page fixture, right? But now we are going to use this context, right? Which we just talked about. So here inside this curly braces, you need to provide this context, right? In the similar pattern you used to provide the page. So here we need to give the context. Okay, and this context we are going to use. So from this context, what we are going to do, we are going to get the new page, right? So till now we were directly using this page, but now we would be using this context just to handle these new pages. Okay, by using this context we would be getting a new page, right? So what you need to do, you need to use this context. Okay, context dot new page. Okay, so it will be giving us the new page which we are going to use. Okay, and as this new page is going to return the promise, we would be using this await keyword. Okay, and we would be getting this particular new page inside a variable, right? So to get the variable, what we can do, we can use this const and then variable name page equals to, right? So this is the page which we have got, right? And onto this page we would be opening a specific link and would be performing that action, right? So let's use this await page dot go to, and for this I'm going to use this particular website, which is testpages.eviltester.com. okay, let me copy this link and paste it here. Okay, and now what we are going to do, we are going to click onto this basic ajax in new page. Okay, onto this link I am going to click on. Okay, so once I click on it, so what it is going to do, it will open this new tab. Okay, and inside this you would be able to see the different elements. Okay, so let's inspect this particular element. So here it is having this ID, so let's use this ID to detect the locator, right? Or to create the locator. So page dot locator method I am going to use. Okay, and as we are having the ID, so what we can do, ID equals to then this ID, right? About this we have already talked into my locator video. I will provide that link, so if you want to go through that video, you can go. Okay, and now onto this locator we are going to perform this click operation, right? Or the click action. Okay, so once we click on it, what it is going to do, it is going to open this new page. Okay, let me close it for now. Okay, so once you get the new page, how Playwright would be able to identify it? So for that we will have to use one listener. Okay, so how we can use that, let me show it to you. So here we are onto the same context. Okay, so once we are clicking on it, so we are onto the same context but with a different page, or the new page is getting opened into the same context. So to detect that, what we are going to do, we need to write this context dot, and then we need to wait for this event, right? And what is this event name? So this event's name is page, right? So once I click onto this link, what we need to do, we need to wait for one event, right, which will open the new page. So that is what we have written here. So inside this same context we are waiting for the event, right? And what is that event? So this event is getting the new page. So that's what we have written, right? This is page which we need to write. Okay, so now what Playwright will do, once I click onto this link, Playwright will wait for the event, right? And Playwright will get to know that on performing certain operation some new page is getting open, right? But if we will write this line after clicking onto the link, so link is, let's say if I click onto this link, okay, so the page is already open and then it will come to this line. So there is, page is already open, so there is no point of listening now. So what we need to do, we need to put this particular line before performing that action, right? So you can put it just before that line, or you can put at any position, but it should be before the action which is causing the new page or which is creating the new page. So before that line, you can put this line, right? This context dot wait for event, and what is the event name? It is the page, right? So if I will mouse over onto this wait for event, so here you would be able to see this is returning a promise, right? This method is returning a promise, and usually when a method is returning the promise, what we do, we use this await keyword, right? So if we will use await keyword, what will happen, right? Playwright will start the execution. It will come to this particular point, okay, and then once it comes onto this line, what Playwright will do? Playwright will see this await keyword, right? And once it sees the await keyword, it will wait for this promise to get resolved, right? So what it will wait for? It will wait for an event of page to get resolved, right? So it will wait and keep on waiting, but this page will not appear. Why? Because the page is appearing on clicking onto this particular link, right? Or onto this particular locator. So that's why we will not use this await keyword with this wait for event a listener, okay? So here what we will do, we will directly receive a promise inside a variable, okay? And how we can do that? We need to create one variable. So const, and then here I am going to use this variable name, which is page promise. Any variable name you can use, right? So now here what will happen once the execution is started, right? So here we are using this context fixture, right? Using this, it will create a new page and then it will go to this particular link. And here, as we are not using this await, right? So this particular line will get executed, right? Initially only, as it would be asynchronous in nature, right? So as soon as Playwright clicks onto this particular locator, what will happen? A new page will open, right? And as the new page got opened, this line was waiting for that event, right? So it will go to this line, okay, which is context.wait for the event of page, right? And this particular line will get executed and it will return a promise of page, right? So that's why we are putting it into this variable, right? Which is page promise. Let me correct this spelling. So here it would be promise, right? Any name you can give, right? Page 1, page promise 1, whatever name you want to give. Okay, so now as this particular line got executed after clicking onto this link, we have got the page promise. So now we will have to get the page, right? So to get the page, what you will do after this line, right? After clicking onto this link or the locator, so here we will create one more variable which is using this const, okay, and then I will give the name as the new page, okay, and inside this variable we will get the page from this promise, right? Page promise which we received. So here you can write this page promise, and at this point we are going to use this await keyword, right? So from this page promise we would be receiving a page, right? On this page we would be performing different operations, right? So now what is happening? We went on to this link, right? We clicked onto this particular link, and then this new page got open. So that's what we have listened it using this listener wait for the event of page, okay, and then from this we have got the page promise, and through this page promise we are able to receive this new page, okay, and onto this new page we can perform the different actions. So for here what we will do, we will try to click onto this code in it, right? Let me inspect it. So here we can use this name to detect the locator. So here I can create one locator, right, using this page dot locator, and I'm going to use this CSS selector, okay. So name equals to, and that attributes name, okay, and onto this locator we are going to perform the click operation. So here let me do one more thing. Let me add one more line where we would be just validating the title of this main page. So as soon as this URL is open, we are going to validate the title of it, okay. So here what we can do, here await and then expect we need to use, and this particular page which is the main page to have title, okay, and then we can provide this title from here, right? So the title is Windows example test, okay. Let's detect it from this one, right? This is the title. So here you can provide the title as the string. So now what will happen, Playwright will open this particular URL, okay, and then it is going to validate the title of the main page, and then we have put this particular line. So here with this line what will happen, Playwright will wait for the event of the page, right, and it will keep on waiting until Playwright clicks onto this element, okay, and once it clicks onto that element, it will open a new page, right? So this will get fulfilled, right? So now this wait will get over, right? And we will receive this page promise, right? And using this page promise, we can get this new page, right? So here we need to use this await and that page promise which got generated, right, as soon as we click on it. And then using this new page, we can perform the different action onto the new page, right? So here, as I have written this page, right? So if we will use this page only, so what will happen? It will try to find this submit button, right? Which is appearing onto the new page, this one. And as it is onto the new page, it will get failed. Why? Because we have used this old page only. So in this case, we will have to use this new page which got opened. Okay. So new page dot locator, right? Here we have used this name attribute. And then we are going to perform the click operation. So as soon as we click on it, we would be able to see this page. Okay. So for now, I'm not putting any assertion, so we would be able to see it into the browser. Okay, but you can try to put an assertion for this heading, right? So this test will get completed. So now let's run the script. Okay. So see here, the browser got opened, right? So from here, it clicked onto this link and it came onto that new page, and then it clicked onto this coordinate button. So that's why this page is appearing, right? Process form details. So yeah, this was the process, and through it you would be able to handle that new page or the new tab or the child window. Okay, and let me go to this document. So this we have already understood, right? The page event onto the browser context can be used to get a new page that are created in the context. Okay, and this can be used to handle new page opened by the target equals to blank links, right? That also we saw right here when we inspected this link. We were having this target equals to underscore blank, right? So this also you can handle into the similar pattern, right? And if it is not there, then also Playwright would be able to handle the same. Okay, and this is the process we have already understood, where we have created the context, and then onto that context we were waiting for the event of the page to get opened. Okay, as soon as we were clicking onto any button. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, and here once we get this promise, we were able to receive the new page from it, and onto that new page we can perform any operation. And here this line is there, right? Await, and that new page wait for the load state. So that I have not used because for me it is normally working, right? But let's say in your case this loading is taking time, so in that case you can put this wait for load state, right? So it will wait for that particular page or the new page to load completely, and then only it will move to the further lines, right, where you can perform the different actions, right? So you can just validate, right, if it is giving the problem without providing this wait for load state, then you can put it, right? Otherwise it is not required. Okay, so that's it for this video. Let me give you the quick recap. So here what we saw, that once we click onto any new element which is opening a new tab itself, right, and inside it if there is a new page, so in that case we will have to handle it separately, right? And how we can handle it? We will have to get this context, right? In this case we would not be able to use the page fixture, so we will have to use this context, and using this context we are going to get the new page, and onto this page, right, we are going to perform any operation, right? We would be opening this URL, right, and we can perform any operation, right, onto the main page. And as soon as we perform the operation which is opening the new page, so in that case we are going to use this wait for event with the page event, right, to get fulfilled. And as soon as we get this page promise, we can get the page using it, and then onto this new page, right, or the child window or the new tab, you can say, we would be performing different operation, right? So at any point if you feel that you need to perform any operation onto the main page, so in that case you will have to use this page and not this new page. Let me show it to you quickly. So see here, onto this main page, let's say if I want to click onto this about, let's detect this element, pick locator. Okay, and this about, click on it, go to the VS Code, copy the locator. Okay, so here what we will do, we will use this page and not the new page, because we are going to perform action onto the main page. And here you can paste the locator, and then we will perform the click operation, right? And let's use this await also. So here what it will do, after clicking onto that code init button, right, which was onto the new page, we are coming onto the main page, right? So that's why we are using this page, and onto this page we are clicking onto this about, right? So let's run the script. Okay, let me close all the browsers. And once I run the script, so it will open this link, right? So see it, this link got open, right? And this new page also got opened, right, where we clicked onto this code init button. So that's why this page is appearing. And onto the main page we were clicking onto this about button, right? So it clicked onto that about button, so that's why this about page is appearing here. So yeah, that's it from mine. You can click onto this first card to watch the next video. You can click onto the second card to watch the whole playlist. And if you have any comments, question, doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.